This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so we have added which filter you want. We added the filter like the account type contains customer that we added. So now if you go to the fields what we have, let's see what kind of other fields we can use here, like which account owner, account name, billing state, type, rating. What other field, if anything, need that we can use it. Let's see, I want annual revenue. Simply, I can use this annual revenue also. What I can do simply in the column, I can search annual revenue. I select it, then annual revenue column will be added here. I will also show you if I move to classic, how this report I can manipulate so that you will understand both in the classic and lightning how you are working with reports or dashboards. Okay, so same way if you see, let's see number of employees, this field. I want a number of employees field. I can just take this number of employees. Okay, so if you see, this is my number of employee field we have here. Let me close this. I don't want any other fields. Now, if you see the problem statement, what we had, I want to sort by number of employees in descending order. Okay, I have used this one, account type contains customer, this filter we added. Then I want to sort the data by number of employees in the descending order. To do that, I have added my number of employee field. And if you click on this, I have one option called sort by descending or sort by ascending. I can click on this. Okay. So simply you see, I clicked, then my employees got sorted by the number. And then there is one more question part we have. I want to get my first 5 accounts. Okay. So and there are few options which are working in the classic report that's not yet working in the lightning. Okay, so let's see, for the first 5 account we have something called limit rows. That's one options what we had in the classic. It's right now not in the lightning. So sometimes when you create the report, let's say you are using the classic and you get this you are using lightning, you get this kind of requirement which options you used to do in the classic you may not have here, and simply you can move to classic and you can do it. So for your first 5 accounts, there is an option we need to limit the row limit to 5. I may get many records, but I want to get only 5 records. So what we can do it. Okay, let me show you. There is one idea also posted. Okay, so limit rows in lightning report builder. So now we had before we had option to row limit. So this option's not in the lightning yet. Okay, so in the lightning report builder it's not available yet, but it will come in the upcoming releases. Maybe when you are working, when you are doing my course, that time we may have this one, but right now we don't have this option. So what I'm doing now, so why I'm taking this scenario, so sometimes you may back and forth from classic to lightning right now. So for that reason, the report once you create here, simply now I can save it. Simply click on the save. Okay, so if you didn't save before, so you will get this properties tab. Okay, then you can save the report in what name you want. This will be report unique name. Then it's the folder, so you may save in the private folder, or you can select any other folder. For right now I'm keeping in the private folder, and if you want to keep some report descriptions, we can keep here. Simply I can say this report is nothing but top 5 customer by number of employees. So now we'll see how I'm going to do this top 5 customers. So now I saved the report how I want in a tabular format. Now I'm just going to my classic view. Let's say simply I can migrate, or sorry, I can switch to my Salesforce classic. So if this report we build in the classic, how it was going to look or how we could build. Okay, I'll show you that also. So if I go to report, if you want to create this report in the classic or anything, what do you do? Once you go to report tab, if you want to create report from the scratch, click on the new report. Okay, then the report type option, what we select in the lightning, same kind of report type options we can get here. I can get the account options here. Then you can click on the create. Then you will go to my report builder here, simply you can say. Okay, now which field you want, what are the fields you have, like you can see here all options, like what we show the data type filters. all the fields. So which field you want, simply you can drag and drop here also. Okay, and if you want to save, you can save here, you can close, you can run the report, whatever you want you can do. And for filter, you can add filter here. Let's say I want to show all accounts, and I want create a date of all time, and I want to add a filter. Simply click on the filter here, click on field filter. Let's say I want type, this is my type, then I want type contents my customer. Same way I am doing here. See, simply I click on the save. Okay, what I want, and the part we had the employees, like I want to sort by descending, I can do here also same thing. Okay, there was one feature which was not supported in the lightning for the limit rows, but in the classic what you can do in the filter, if you go, you can click here, you can see one option called row limit. Don't worry, this filter logic cross filter will cover each one by one sessions, okay, in upcoming sessions. So now if I want to row limit, I can simply select here. So how many row I want row limit 5. Based on what? So what sorting I did here, I can sort here simply. I don't want sorting here. Simply I can take sort by employees in my descending. See, I can click on OK. So this also you can do. So I'm saving this report and a lightning report also. So I can you can also see how it's happening. So in the classic, if you want to save report, you can click on the save. Okay, before to that, you can see the format, report format. If you click here, you have tabular, summary, matrix, joint. If in the classic, if you want to change any report format, simply you have to switch here, nothing else. Okay. So if you switch, then we'll lose row count limit, because row count limit not applicable in there if you have tabular format. Okay, we can switch also if you want. So here also we have sorting, grouping, sorting, bucketing, everything is there, summarizing all the options we have here. Okay, so now I want to save this. Simply I'm just saving the report name as I'm just going to use the same name, and I'll just differentiate with classic. Okay, so top 5 customer number employee. Let's see, I gave with classic. It's a classic report. Okay, so simply I give C. Okay, so where I want to store, right now I'm going to store my custom report, like my personal report. Okay, so which in the lightning we call as my private report. If you see, it's the private report folder. So here it's my personal custom report. Okay, the description you can write here what you want, you can save or save and run, whatever you want you can do. Okay, so this is in the classic. Let me see if I go to my report. Okay, let me close it. So both the reports we created. Okay, let's see the lightning, which report we created in the lightning experience. If I open that, so on I can see nothing but my classic report. This is my lightning report. Okay, so if in this report if I customize, and I will go and add a row limit. See, I just added a row limit to 5, and with based on the number of employees in descending. Okay, I saved it. Okay, let me save this report completely. Okay, let me close it. So now some features may not work for you in the lightning, then I may come back to classic. If that's a supported feature in the classic, we can use it. So if I go to my lightning experience now, let me close it. I came to my lightning experience report. Okay, if you click on the report, you can see the reports what we have created. Okay, now you can see the recent reports also here. So what are the columns you have? See report name, description, which folder it's there, who created, when created, if somebody subscribed or not, that options you can see. Now if you open the report which I created in lightning experience or lightning view, then if you see now this report, the filter what I have applied, everything is here. Okay, so if I want to edit, simply I click on this edit. You can edit in the Salesforce Classic, or you want to edit in Lightning, you can edit from here. If you click on this in Salesforce Classic, it will go open this report as a Salesforce Classic report. Okay, or if you want to edit at a Lightning, in the Lightning experience only, you can simply click on edit also. Okay, how you want you can do, simply you go to report. Okay, then you select which report you want. Okay. then whatever options you want, you can do how you want or not. Okay, you can save it, everything you can do it. Okay, so now this is the simplest example of creating a report. Once you create a report, if you see, automatically it sum up here total annual revenue, how much you have, okay, and the total employees what we have. You can see everything happened here. Okay, if you edit here, let's say opening this edit in the Salesforce Classic. Okay, so if you have summarized this, so if you see here, summarize this field, automatically happen with the sum. I don't want to sum, simply I remove. Let's the employee also, I don't want to sum, simply I'm removing here. Okay, so I just click on the save. If we didn't summarize, then what happened? If I go to my report in the both the places, let me see in the lightning how it looks like now. If I open it, okay, that information not came, but I'm getting the count here, total how many records we have. If you see my theory part here, we have the ability to sort data by column. We can add filter, we can summarize. I'll talk about bucket field with a proper example. We can get record count, everything. So once your report is there, what more we can do? Okay, so this is my report. So as it's a tabular report, we don't have chart. Okay, if you want to add some filters, you can add here. Okay, or if you want to edit, you can edit. This button you can see to refresh. Let's see, I create a report now, but after that some new account created. So you want this report to be refreshed, simply click on the refresh button here. Okay, and if you click here, there is an option called export. So if you want to export this report to a CSV file, this is just 5 record you can see here. If it's a record of 2000 or 20,000, I need to take in CSV file, I can click on the export here. Okay, so once you click on the export, in which format you want, as a formatted report, like export the report as it appear in Salesforce, including the report header, grouping, and whatever you have, or you want a detail only, export only the detailed row. Use this to do further calculation or not, or how it is in Salesforce. If you want to take this formatted report, and now in what format you want to take in the XLS or CSV file, what you want. If as a formatted report, it will give always as a Excel sheet, or if you want details only, then you have option to CSV or XLS, what you want. Yes, I'm taking as a formatted report. I click on export, then this will give me a Excel sheet. If you want to open this Excel sheet, I just opening and showing you how this exported report looks like. And this option also you have in the Classic. I'll show you that how it's working. It's a very simple way to create a report. If you see, it's completely with heading and all the information came completely as Excel sheet for you. Okay. So now if you do not want like this, what you can do, click on export, click on detail only. Let's I'm keeping the Excel format. Let's click on export. So you will see both the report looks how different. Okay, so let me open that. Okay, see now it's just Excel sheet and you can do anything. The difference, one is with like how you see in Salesforce that way, one just the detail of it. Okay, so this way you can see how you export the report. And other options I'll show you. Okay, if you go to my Classic view here, simply if I go to my switch to Salesforce Classic, so I'm just comparing both Classic and Lightning so that it will be easy for you to work in the both the part, not to confuse. So I'm just saying before moving to Classical Lightning, I'm just informing you. So I move to Classical Lightning. If I have a report, you may create in the Classical Lightning. If you want to export in the Classic page, you can get an option called export details. If you click on export details, simply you want in Excel sheet or CSV, how you want. You can click on the export, then the report will open up. Okay, see, let it open. It's like the detailed report what we have, it will come that way. So now, if anybody going to give you a small report to create like this, you can create a tabular report. You can play around with this with different filters, and you can do whatever you want. Okay. So now, let me cover up one more scenario with this. Okay. So whenever I'm saying this filters, okay, we added one filter, account type. Sorry, account type contains customer, correct? So now let's see. I want to add some more filters. Simply I can click here, add filter. Okay. So what filter I want? I want filter like, let's see, I want the accounts where rating is not empty. Simply I can search rating, okay, not equal to empty. Okay, so I can keep as empty, not equal to empty. So I want either or condition to match. Type may be customer or rating not equal to empty, both I need. So what I can do, I can add a filter logic, like how you create a formula or how you create validation rule in the same way. We can use my logical operators here and or. So I want both 1 and 2 or 1 or 2. I can use and I can do it. We'll see more complex scenario of it, how it's happening. Okay, you can do any of these things and you can create the report also. Okay, so we understood in this session how to create a tabular report, which cover this small basic example. Then we understood how we can export that report to Excel sheet or CSV file, and how we can switch from classic to lightning and manipulate the report how you want. Like the example what we have row limit. Okay, so stay tuned for next session. We'll cover the different report types in different examples, and in the end, you will got to know everything about the report. Thank you. Stay tuned for the next session.